Okay, this is take 4 now, and since I have to do this from my phone, because the audio on my professional concert camera is not working, this is going to have to be shorter in order for me to be able to actually submit it. So it will not be as long as my previous presentations. It will have to be around 3 minutes only. Overview. Blue Butterfly Productions is a Tampa Bay-based performing arts company that caters specifically to those with various types of mental, physical, and developmental disabilities. The company was started by Brianna Larson, Michelle Larson, and Daniel Hayes. Brianna Larson now acts as the company's president, with her mother, Michelle Larson, acting as the managing director. Head of marketing is Katie Wilcox, and the head theater instructor is Rachel Krolek. Current situation. Performing arts has often been viewed as an outlet for those with disabilities. It has even been considered a form of therapy, which we will touch on briefly later. It offers freedom of expression and boosts self-esteem for people with disabilities. It also creates a sense of community among them. In such an environment, we must ensure that all participants are open-minded, patient, and accepting of individuals of all ages with a wide spectrum of conditions. Well, I'll go back. It's okay. Key success factors. The key success factors on the left are for the vocal coach. The key success factors on the right are for the students. If the vocal coach displays enthusiasm towards their position and their students, that's very important. We want them to feel that you want them to be there as much as they want to be there. If the vocal coach is able to communicate well with students as a whole, in small groups, or one-on-one. One-on-one, especially when you're working with leads, you might have to adapt something in a certain situation for one student that you might not have to do when you're doing it as a whole. It's going to lead me into the next 2 points. The vocal coach must listen attentively to their students and any concerns that the student might express. That is very important. Which leads me into the final point on this side. If the vocal coach is able to adapt quickly and efficiently for any student who may need an accommodation. If a student is coming to you expressing a concern based upon their condition, you do not want to just brush them off. You want to make sure you're listening to them and that you find a way to fix their concern quickly and in a way that is also going to work as much as it can. The student feels safe and respected in the presence of the vocal coach. This is concerns for the students. The students work well with the voice coach and with each other. If the student is able to learn and participate to the fullest capacity, and if the student feels comfortable performing in front of an audience under the supervision of their vocal coach. I am trying to change my slide. Recommendations. Number 1, invest in a music therapist who can work with the performers on a regular basis, handle both musical needs as well as any behavioral needs. Find someone who has experience working with the disabled in addition to any musical experience. This can be something as simple as someone who grew up with a disabled sibling and knows how to work well with them, communicate with them, and respect them. Allow any voice coaches who seem like viable options to be given a set group members by schedule to avoid conflict. Consider the comfort of the cast members first and foremost. That means if one group is able to work well with the voice coach on one day, but perhaps not on another day, you have one member who isn't quite feeling it, you can switch them off because what they want is most important. Summary. Consider that the arts is shown to be beneficial to those with various types of disabilities, and it is important to foster an environment for them in which they can thrive comfortably. When it comes to something as complex as music, which is very difficult even for me, an instructor must show patience and willingness to adapt to fit the various needs of others. A vocal coach who is equipped with the knowledge to handle those with special needs is a possibility that would only increase the success of Blue Butterfly Productions. And finally, references. There they are.